So today in this Saturday series of virtual webinar, we have with us Sunil Jondhale. Sunil is our student of Institute of Chemical Technology, and currently Sunil is working as a Central Food Safety Officer at Food Safety and Standards Authority of India, that is FSSAI, New Delhi. So before that, Sunil has worked at a different places. He has a very diverse work experience. So he worked before this as a assistant manager at Bank of India, and then later on, before that experience of working as a assistant manager in Bank of India, he also worked as an assistant professor. So already Sunil is a very good teacher. He taught in a College of Food Technology, Naigaon in district Nanded, and he completed MTech from Food Engineering and Technology Department, our very own Institute of Chemical Technology. And I have seen Sunil as a very hard-working, very polite, humble, down-to-earth, kind person who during those time also was ready to help students, because Sunil was one who qualified GATE exam, but he was also ready to help others to, and encouraged them to qualify the GATE exam. So I know Sunil, thank you so much for being so kind and accepting our invitation and being here today with us, sharing, your experiences. Because when I was looking at your biodata, you have qualified all the exams of FSSI and food analyst exam, then this technical officer assistant director exam. So if you share how you could qualify all those three exams, was there a special strategy, was there any special tips if our student follow, and they can, if they follow, they will definitely be able to crack these exams. So I will be very grateful if you share all your tips and tricks with our student, so that they share, they learn this and then they use this in their own life. So yeah, over to you.
Yes, thank you, ma'am. Let me first thank you, Dr. Shalini, ma'am, for inviting me to share my FSSAI exam experiences with you people. And thank you so much, ma'am, for such a nice introduction. I'm thankful to you and ICT Mumbai as well. So today I will discuss my experience of FSSAI examinations, like a Central Food Safety Officer, Technical Officer, and Assistant Director. And with that, I will be sharing some strategy to prepare for Food Analyst exam as well. So let's start without wasting much time. Next slide, ma'am, please. So let us start with the positive quote. Words may inspire, but action creates change. This quote is from Simon Sinek. I'm putting this quote keeping in mind this current pandemic situation. We all know that we are facing a crisis of COVID-19. So this quote is relevant in this pandemic as well. Like I want you people just not to put positive words, but to share some your efforts with the needy people. Help as and when possible to the needy peoples. So together we can only fight this pandemic. So with this positive quote, let us start. Next slide, please, ma'am. Today's topic of discussion is career opportunities in FSSAI. So I will be sharing with you how to prepare for Central Food Safety Officer, Technical Officer, and Assistant Director, Technical in FSSAI. And as I will be sharing some ideas of food analyst as well. So let's start with food analyst. Food analyst is FSSAI conducts analyst exam for two kinds, junior food analyst and food analyst. Let me explain what is junior food analyst and food analyst. Before starting junior food analyst, FSSAI was conducting examination for food analyst only. After realizing that there is a scarcity of food analysts in our country, FSSAI started conducting junior food analyst examination as well. So there are some criteria set by FSSAI to appear in junior food analyst and food analyst. So I will share that in the next slide. Next, please, ma'am. Minimum qualification required for junior food analyst is you must have master's degree or bachelor's degree. If you are a bachelor in food technology, then you are eligible for a junior food analyst. And if you are having master's, then it is also good thing. For junior food analyst, there is no experience required as it is required in the case of food analyst. To appear in junior food analyst, you don't have to have any experience of food analyst. You just have to have your bachelor's degree, then you can appear for this examination. For junior food analyst, there is criteria of age, minimum age. For unreserved category students, they must not be more than 28 years of age. Then for OBC students, it is 31 years, and SC/ST candidates, it is 33 years. For food analyst, minimum qualification required is master's degree or bachelor's degree. But in the case of food analyst, you have to have at least minimum 3 years of experience in analysis of food. In that case, only you can appear for the examination of food analyst. In the case of, and then there is no age criteria for food analyst. And one more thing I want to clear here is food analyst examination is not employment. It is kind of NET examination, which, for example, ASRB conducts NET examination. So it is not employment. It is just qualifying examination. If you qualify this examination, and in future, if there is vacancy in FSSAI or any state government, then you can apply for the post of food analyst. For that post, you must have qualified food analyst examination from FSSAI. So keep in mind that this food analyst examination is not employment. It is just a qualifying examination for now. Okay, next slide, ma'am, please. So let me discuss with you the scheme of examination. For junior analyst examination, there is only one paper, that is paper 1. It is theory paper. People who are appearing for junior analyst examination just have to appear for paper 1, that is theory paper. But in the case of food analyst examination, there are 2 papers, paper 1 and paper 2. Paper 1 is theory paper, paper 2 is practical paper. If you qualify paper 1, then only you will be allowed to appear in the paper 2. Okay. And one more thing I want to clear here is, if people who have qualified junior analyst examination and have acquired 3 years of experience in analysis of food, these students will be allowed to appear in the paper 2 directly, paper 2 of food analysis examination. These students will be allowed to appear in the paper 2 directly, but this privilege is available only once. It means if student who have qualified junior analyst examination and wants to appear in a food analyst examination, then he has to acquire at least 3 years of experience in food analysis. In that case, he can apply for food analyst and can appear directly to the paper 2. But say if he fails in the paper 2, then he have to appear again in paper 1, and if he qualifies the paper 1, then he will be allowed to appear in the paper 2. So people who are appearing, who are thinking to appear in a junior analyst examination, please go for it and qualify the examination. If you qualify, then you will be awarded a junior food analyst certificate from the FSSAI. After that, you just acquire 3 years of experience in analysis of food, then you will be allowed to appear for food analyst examination paper 2 directly. Okay. Next slide, please, ma'am. Okay. Let us discuss the syllabus and weightage of different aspects of the syllabus. I have marked 4 important aspects from the syllabus here. The questions, total number of questions will be 200. There are 7 different topics from which will be asked different questions, like food laws and standards in India and international. In food laws and standards of India, more focus is on the FSSA 2006, Food Safety and Standards Act 2006, then FSS Rules 2011, FSS Regulations 2011. These are the most important. Then I have marked the food chemistry as an important part because it is having 20% of weightage. Then food microbiology and food hygiene will be having 20% of weightage, and physical, chemical, and instrumental analysis will be having 20% of weightage. Every aspect of this syllabus is important, but according to the weightage, you can study for the important aspects. In the second topic, that is planning, organization, and setting up of food analysis laboratory, it is having 10% of weightage. Students must know what is food analysis, and how food analytical labs are established, how enable how enable accreditates the food analytical labs, then what is IEC 17025, etc. They must know, or they at least have the basic ideas about this. Next slide, please, ma'am. Okay, in this food analysis examination, all questions will be of multiple choice questions. Okay, then 4 marks will be awarded for each correct answer, and 1 mark will be deducted for each incorrect answer. So there is a 25% negative marking while marking answers. Please keep this in mind. To qualify or to get a certificate from FSSAI as a junior food analyst or a food analyst, you must get 40% marks. It was 40% marks are required to pass this examination. Next, ma'am, please. Okay, so as I have discussed the syllabus for paper 1 in the earlier slides, I have given it in a little bit more details. Like part 1, which requires you to have knowledge of FSSA 2006, FSS rules, regulations 2011. There are 21 regulations published by FSSAI as of now. So all the regulations are important, but there are few regulations which are more important as far as food analyst examination is concerned. So you have to identify those regulations and study more these regulations. Okay. Then other Indian laws which are important in this examination are Agriculture Produce Act 1937, then Export Act 1963, BIS 2016. While studying BIS, you must remember that you have to study those standards only which are relevant to food. You don't have to study all the standards. Only study those standards which are related to food. For example, water. What is the BS standard for water? They can ask. What is standard for infant formula? Like this. So study only those standards which are relevant. Then Legal Metrology Act, you have to study. International Food Control System is again a very important part in this examination. In International Food Control System, Codex plays important role. You must have idea about Codex, what is Codex, how it has established, why we needed the Codex. Then what are different committees of Codex, what are regional coordinating committees of Codex, how they works, etc., etc. You must have at least basic idea of the Codex. Then you must study the WTO agreements like sanitary and phytosanitary measures. Then TBT agreement, you must know about it. Then role of OIE, Organization for Animal Health, then IPPC. You must have idea about that as well. IPPC is International Plant Protection Convention. Next slide, ma'am, please. As I have told you that there are 7 parts of the paper 1 of food analyst examination. So I have just mentioned these parts, and we have discussed it before, I think. So in part 4, I want to say something. Principles and basics of human nutrition. In this part, you must study all the human nutritional aspects, like what is water, what are carbohydrates, what are different kinds of carbohydrates, their reactions, their what are lipids, proteins, vitamins, etc. And in the part 7, you must be having knowledge of physical, chemical, and instrumental analysis of these aspects, like how physical analysis is done, what are chemical analysis that are important as far as food analysis is concerned. Then you must have idea about the instrumental analysis, for example, how GC works, how SPLC works, and other analysis, how they are done. At least you must have the basic ideas of all the instrumental analysis. And again, you must know the principles behind the those analysis, like how GC works, what is the principle in GC, what is the principle in SPLC, etc. So next slide, ma'am, please. Okay, this was about the syllabus and exam pattern of food analyst. What about recruitment? Once you have qualified the food analyst examination, is there any job available for food analyst? Of course, yes. Uh, I have put two examples of the past recruitments that has happened in the year of 2019. This first example is from FSSAI. FSSAI released one advertisement in 2019 uh, uh, for the vacancies of food analyst. There were 6 vacancies, and age limit kept for the food analyst was 35 years. Okay, so this food analyst post is of pay level 10. In other words, it is group A post. Okay, if I want to compare it with the other post, like it is equal of assistant director technical post. Okay, food analyst is equal to assistant director, so that it is a very much very good post. If in future food analyst recruitment is conducted by FSSAI or any state government, you will be having great chance to work as a food analyst. So appear for the food analyst examination which is being conducted this year, junior food analyst examination as well as food analyst examination. If you are eligible for food analyst, go for food analyst, and if you are not eligible for food analyst, go for junior food analyst. Okay, next slide, ma'am. Then this is second example. This is from Bihar government. In year of 2019, Bihar government also released one notification for recruitment of food analysts. There were 5 different posts of food analyst. First one was food analyst, which was a group A post. For this post, the candidates required to have a certificate from FSSAI that that he has qualified food analyst examination. But in the case of other 4 posts, assistant public analyst, senior analyst, assistant chemical analyst, and junior analyst, these 4 posts are group B post. For these posts, candidates were not required to have the food analyst certificate from FSSAI, but the candidates required to have at least 1 year to 3 years of experience in analysis of food. So if you have qualified food analyst examination, it means you have already you are already having 3 years of experience in analysis of food. So these candidates who have certificate of food analyst were eligible for all the 5 posts. First post was group A and other 4 posts were group B post. So likewise, in future, we are expecting more recruitments from the FSSAI and if possible from other state governments as well. We will see that in the coming future. So be prepared, prepare for this examination, appear for this examination. If you are eligible for food analyst, go for it. If you are eligible for junior food analyst, go for it. Okay, next, ma'am. Okay, I have taken a screenshot from FSSAI website how to apply for the food analyst examination. You just have to go to FSSAI website in Google. Then at home page, you will see one option of food testing. I have circled it on the top. It is there, food testing. Just hit that button. After hitting that button, the FSSAI website will guide you to the another page where you will find a option of food analyst. I have circled that too. After taking your cursor to that food analyst option, uh, there will two options pop up. The one is food analyst board and a food analyst examination. You just have to hit that food analyst examination button. After hitting that button, you will be guided to another page. Next, ma'am, please. After hitting the food analyst examination button, you will be guided to this screen. At this screen, you will find apply online option there. I have circled that. Just hit that button. After hitting that button, you will be guided to another screen. Next one, please. After hitting apply online, you will be guided to this screen. Okay. So here you can see an option of registration on top right corner. Just hit that button. After hitting that button, a website will ask you a general information from you, like your name, your qualification, etc., etc. After filling all the details, you will have to pay the fees which was set by the FSSA. The payment will be done online. There is no problem in that. You can use the UPI payments, you can use net banking, you can use debit card, you can use credit cards as well. Okay, so on this page you will be able to register yourself. Then one more thing I want you to focus at is the left option. At the left of screen, there is option of watch the webinar series designed for information in support of FSSA food analyst examination. If you hit that button, there will be another screen where you will find many videos in the area of food analysis. So if you watch that videos, most of the syllabus of your examination will be covered. So it is a very a good thing, I think, good initiative given by FSSA for the students. Make use of it. Just go to that button, hit that button. You will find many videos and watch them. Just okay. Next, ma'am, please. Okay, this was all about the examination of food analyst and junior food analyst. Let me discuss the another post like assistant director technical officer, food safety officer. Okay, this recruitment, I'm talking about the last recruitment. This happened for the first time. Before that, FSS had employees on a contract basis. Okay, so this was the first recruitment, and uh, uh, I have qualified for all the three posts. I qualified central food safety officer, I qualified technical officer, and I qualified assistant director technical preliminary examination, next examination, and I was there for interview. But unfortunately, the final selection was not there for assistant director. But I got selected for two posts: central food safety officer and technical officer, and I choose central food safety officer. Okay, for these three posts, they have given some minimum qualification criterias. I have pasted it for I have pasted on the screen. Like for assistant director, uh, educational qualification was kept like you must have master's degree or bachelor's degree. If you are having bachelor degree in food technology, food process engineering, then you are eligible for this post. But with that minimum qualification, you must have 5 years of relevant experience. To appear for the post of assistant director, candidates were required to have minimum 5 years of experience. Okay, so for central food safety officer and technical officer, there was no requirement of experience. It was just required to have a bachelor's or master's degree in the case of central food safety officer and technical officer. Okay, so if I talk about this post, assistant director is a group A post, central food safety officer and technical officer is a group B post. Okay, next, ma'am, please. Okay, scheme of the selection. Let us talk about how the structure of examination was. For assistant director, this was a 3-tier examination. For assistant director, CBT was there. CBT is computer based test. A written examination was there, and the interview also was there. But in the case of central food safety officer and technical officer, there was no interview. Only CBT and a written examination was there. Okay, the FSSA has given some weightage for these different tiers. In the case of assistant director, computer based test was having 50% weightage, and a written examination was having 35% of weightage, and interview was having 15% weightage. Okay, in the case of central food safety officer and technical officer, CBT was having 50% weightage and written examination was having 50% weightage. Next one, please. Let us discuss the structure of examination. As I have already told you that interview was only for the assistant director post, and there was no interview for the CFSO and technical officer post. So for CFSO and technical officer, CBT was having 100 questions, MCQ type, multiple choice questions was there. Each question was having 4 marks, and there was a penalty also for each wrong answer. 1:4 marks will be deducted if you hit the wrong answer. That is 25% of negative marking was there. Then for a written examination, once you qualify the CBT, then you were allowed to appear for the written examination. The written examination was subjective type. Okay, there was a short and long answer questions for 100 marks. Like some questions was for 5 marks, some questions was for 10 marks, and some questions was for 15 marks. Total marks for the written examination was 100. Okay, and total marks for CBT examination was 400. And in the case of assistant director, there was interview. As I appeared for the interview of assistant director, I can give you a basic idea what kind of questions they ask. Interview was just a personality test. It is not an examination. You have already qualified CBT and written examination. It means that your caliber. Okay, so they will not judge you as far as your knowledge is concerned. They will test you for your personality, if you are fit for this job or not. Then they ask me questions from my BTech and MTech project work. Then they ask me basic food technology questions, like what is Maillard reaction, what is blanching, etc. The questions was very basic kind. Then as I was working with the Bank of India, I was working in Bank of India as an assistant manager. So they asked me about that job too. What was my duties, and why I choose Bank of India as a career, because I was a food technologist, and why I choose banking. They asked me that question too. Then they asked questions from FSSAI initiatives. This was the main part of the interview. The many candidates were asked about the FSSAI initiatives. Okay, so this was the basic idea about interview, and this is not a set criteria. They might ask different questions to different candidates. So I just discuss with you what kind of questions they ask me in the interview of assistant director. Okay, next one, please. So let us discuss about the syllabus of assistant director, technical officer, and central food safety officer. For these 3 posts, syllabus was same. uh, Syllabus for CBT was same. Okay, for the mains or written examination, syllabus was a little bit different for assistant director, and same for technical and central food safety officer. But for CBT test, syllabus is same for all the 3 posts. Okay, they have divided the CBT into 2 parts, part A and part B. Part A is having 25% weightage, and part B is having 75% of weightage. So it means in part A, from part A, there will be 25 questions in the CBT, computer based test. There will be 25 questions from part A, and from part B, there will be, sorry, I'm sorry. For part A, there will be 25 questions. Right, I was right, I think. For For part B, there will be 75 questions for the CBT. Okay, next one, please. Next, please. Okay, this is part A of the CBT syllabus. You can clearly see here they have mentioned how many questions they will ask you from different aspect of the part A. For general aptitude, in general aptitude, for general intelligence, they will ask 5 questions. And let me tell you that these 5 questions will be kind of simple. So nobody is going to lose the marks for this section if they prepare carefully. So this section is mark gaining section. Prepare carefully for this, and this section will not take more time for preparation. You can have or you will find tremendous guidance on online for this section. Then second part of the part A was general awareness. They ask questions from current affairs and many other aspects as well as mentioned in the syllabus here. I will tell you one example. They ask about who is the president of Indonesia. At that time, Indonesia was in discussion, or Indonesia was in news, very much in news. That's why they asked that question regarding Indonesia. So similarly, you have to prepare for at least 1 year current affairs. Uh, if the examination is in April 2021, you must have to prepare for the current affairs of April 2020 to April 2021. At least 1 years of current affairs you should prepare, and the questions will not be that much deep like the questions asked in the UPSC examination. So they will ask you the very basic kind of questions, and questions will be on those topics only which are in the news. Okay, if I suggest you the reading material for this section, I will suggest you to subscribe for one YouTube channel, Study IQ. There are many channels which cover current affairs extensively. So join any one of them. If you find any channel good for you, then just join that. I was following Study IQ for this section. So Study IQ is good as far as my experience is concerned. Then English comprehension will be having 5 questions. Okay, then computer literacy. If you see at computer literacy, the syllabus is not that much vast, and you will be having 10 questions from this particular aspect. Okay, you just have to have basic knowledge of computer, knowledge of MS Office like MS Word, MS Excel, MS PowerPoint, etc. Then again, you must have basic ideas about the generally use social media handles like WhatsApp, Twitter, and Facebook. So this section is not time taking. You just have to prepare for it carefully. That's it. So part A is mark gaining part. That's what I must say here. Next one, please. For part B, they have divided part B into 3 subsections. First subsection will be on Indian and international food laws. From this section, 25 questions will be asked. Okay, so in this section, Food Safety and Standards Act 2006 is very important. You must read that act thoroughly. There are 101 sections in the FSSAI Act 2006. I prepared all those sections. I prepared notes. I wrote all the sections on the register and revised those sections. Okay, so every section of this act is important, but at the same time, you must identify the most important sections. Like they are not going to ask every section in the examination. You must identify the what is more important section as far as the examination is concerned. Okay, then FSS rules 2011 are also important. Then FSS regulations 2011 also important. FSS regulations 2011, in that the more important regulations are like regulations on nutraceutical, regulations on third party audit, or regulations for different food sections, Then again, the Schedule 4 is very much important in FSS Regulations 2011. Read that Schedule 4 thoroughly. Then regulations for licensing and registration is also very important. There are 21 regulations. All regulations are important, but again, I will say that you must identify the very important regulations as far as the examination is concerned. Okay, just identify those regulations and study those thoroughly. Then you must have knowledge of the different government bodies like APEDA, BIS, MPEDA, Export Council of India, Spice Board, etc. Then in the international laws, codex is important. You must know what is codex, what are different committees of codex, what is JECFA, JEMRA, JMPR, etc. Then WTO agreement, as I have told earlier. If you see, these sections was also there in food analyst syllabus. If you're preparing for food analyst, it will definitely help you in the preparation of central food safety officer, technical officer, or assistant director examinations. So study all the sections with concentration and keep them in your mind. Okay. Then section B, or second part of the part B, is on FSSAI role, functions, and initiatives. In this section, in this particular section, FSSAI initiatives are most important. The basic thing is you must know what is FSSAI, how it has established, and what was the requirement of establishing FSSAI. Okay, then what is the role of FSSAI? That you must know. Then different functions, you must have idea about that as well. But the more important is initiatives. For preparation of initiative, you just go to FSSAI website. You will find every initiative there. Just read all the initiatives, make notes out of it, and revise them. Okay, so initiatives are most important in this section. Next one, please. Then again, third part of the part B will be having 25 questions. It is subject matter knowledge. This particular section is very vast. Why it is vast? Because they have given a very much very long aspects, or very long different kinds of aspects in this particular section are there. Like principles of food preservation, you must know all the food preservation techniques, food processing techniques, what is packaging, what is smart packaging, how it is done, why it is required, what are different packaging methods employed for different food materials, etc. So this section is vast. It will take more time as compared to other sections we have discussed here. So I must suggest you to prepare for the section 1 and 2 of part B first, then go for this section, because it is time consuming. In this section, again, it is important to have human nutrition knowledge, food chemistry you must know, then food microbiology is also important. You must have idea of HACCP, GMP, good manufacturing practices, good hygiene practices, good agricultural practices, etc. BAP, GLP. You must have all this in your mind. Okay, they will be asking basic questions from this section, not much deeper questions. Then general concepts of food analysis and testing. You must know about that as well. Next one, please. Okay, we have discussed about the 3 posts: Central Food Safety Officer, Technical Officer, and Assistant Director. Apart from these 3 posts, FSSAI recruits for 2 more posts, like Joint Director and Deputy Director. Okay, for these posts, you must have your bachelor's degree or master's degree. With that degree, 11 years of experience in R&D is required for the post of Joint Director. And if you are having PhD, then 9 years of experience with PhD degree is required for Joint Director technical post. And for the Deputy Director, you must have bachelor's degree or master's degree in food technology, food process technology, or food process engineering, with 9 years of experience in R&D. And if you are having a PhD, then 7 years of experience is required. So these posts are higher post and good post. no debate over that. So if you are having that much experience, then you can apply for these posts. FSSI keeps recruiting for this post on a regular basis. Just keep visiting FSSI website. If find any recruitment for this post, then apply for it. Okay, next man, please. Okay, let me discuss with you what was my strategy. It is very important as far as examination, competitive examinations are concerned. Not only FSSAI examinations. If we talk about any other examinations, the sticking to syllabus is very important. You must know what exactly syllabus is for the preliminary or say it for a men's examination. So you must know the syllabus. I must suggest you to take a copy of syllabus with you, read the syllabus thoroughly, read once, twice, thrice, whatever time you want. Read that first. Okay, if you know the syllabus, then the strategy will come into your mind. If you don't know syllabus, then no strategy will work, as far as my experience is concerned. Okay, so sticking to syllabus is very important. Then what I followed was, I read all the syllabus aspects which were in the preliminary examination or mains examination. Then I read them again. Then I made notes out of it and I revised the notes. That was my strategy. Okay. Then I must suggest you, as I have already told, that identify important elements of the syllabus, focus more on that. If you're expecting more questions from any particular aspect, just focus more on that. Okay. We have to qualify the examination. In the qualifying examination, if you are having much knowledge, or if you're having more knowledge, that is important. But as far as examination is concerned, a strategy is most important. That's what I think. So prepare accordingly. Then I must say, at least know basics of every element. Okay, my focus was like, if particular element is not possible to cover, then what I followed is, I read the basic things about that particular aspect. In the examination, they are not going to ask you deeper questions. Okay, the questions will be of a basic kind. That's why I followed this strategy, that I must know at least basic of every element of the syllabus. Okay, that was my strategy. uh, okay, next man, please. Okay, to add my strategy, I have pasted some screenshots from FSSA website here. Like, for preparation of the assistant director, technical officer, or central food safety officer, on FSSAI website, if you go down to the home page of the FSSAI website, there is option of knowledge hub. Okay, if you hit that button, the next screen where you will find a video library option, just hit that button. As we have seen in the case of food analyst, there was library of videos to assist students who are appearing in the examination of food analyst. In a similar way, there is a food lab library available on FSSI website, where you will find majority of aspects of the syllabus for technical officer or assistant director are covered. Okay, so I must suggest you to visit this particular section of FSSA website, where you will cover most of your syllabus. And uh, as my experience is concerned, watching videos is easier than reading for me. Okay, if you find reading interesting, then you can read. If you are interested in watching videos, then you can watch videos here. Okay, there are tremendous videos available in the video library on FSSI website. Okay, next ma'am, please. Okay, this is the next screenshot of video library, where you can find videos on FSSA initiatives, then e-course on Eat Right India movement, etc. Then there is a DART, detect adulteration through rapid testing. So there are tremendous videos available on adulteration testing, etc. So you just visit the video library and watch each and every video there. Okay, from the point of examination, if you find any video important, watch that video. Okay, next one, please. Okay, apart from the recruitment, I have included one more thing in the presentation, that FSSAI also provide internships for MTech students, those who are in MTech first year or second year, and can apply for this internship. Again, third year and fourth year BTech students can also apply. This internship is for uh, 8 weeks, not 8 months. There is a mistake. Okay, the tenure of this internship is 8 weeks, that is 2 months, and it may extend to a 6 month on a discretion of authority. If authority decides to extend the tenure of the internship, then they can extend it to a 6 months. Okay, for top 10 best interns, FSSAI will provide 10,000 of quarterly stipend. So if you wants to get that stipend with your internship, then perform well, and I must suggest go for this internship. This is a best initiative initiated by FSSA for MTech students and BTech students as well. Next one, please. Okay, I have included the screenshots of the notes which I prepared from FSSA or FSS Act 2006. So you can see in the notes I have just mentioned the section number, and I have written down the short of that section. For example, section 1, section 2. What is important in that? Just write in short, not as section. Just don't write the whole section there. Write down the important aspect of that section. It will be easy for you to revise in a future. Okay. So this is just example of my notes. Next one, please. Okay, if you need any kind of help from FSSAI, you just write to this email ID recruitment.fssai@gmail.com. They will help you 24, not 24 hours, in a working hours. Just write them to in a working hours. They will reply you. Okay. Next one, please. Okay, thank you. This was from me. What was my strategy and how I prepared for the examination.
What a fantastic talk, Sunil. I myself got so inspired and so interesting in all the aspects that you have shared about FSSI. So huge opportunities. FSSI is not only creating opportunities for students and for all the food technologies, but at the same time, FSSI is providing you so much of material to prepare yourself. Like everything is like, you have to just study, read, prepare yourself. FSSI is providing video lecture, theory, information, and everything is in your hand. It is just a button of click away from you,
Yes.
and you are like ready for the exam. Wow.
Yes,
So there are,
everything is available.
yes, it's such a fantastic, I was not aware, but maybe students are aware about this initiative and facility that FSSI is providing. So there are lots and lots of questions from our audiences, and I would like to take few of the questions from here.
Sure.
Yes, so we will take one by one those questions. So PG diploma course with no work experiences, is it eligible for joint director technical and deputy director technical examination?
PG diploma students, if they are having bachelor's degree in food technology, food process technology, or food process engineering, they are eligible. But the thing is, they must have the stipulated experience for the post of joint director, deputy director. They must have 11 years of experience in the field of R&D. If they are having BTech degree, that is okay. But the main important thing is they must have experience.
Absolutely. So with no experience, then they are not eligible. Another question is from Gayatri. In case we would like to have question paper of food safety officers or technical officer examination, so from where we can get those, previous year's question paper? This question is from Gayatri.
Okay. So as this was the first recruitment, so there are no question papers available for previous recruitments because the previous recruitment was not there. And again, these question papers are not shared by FSSAI with the aspirants. So if they can find any memory based questions on YouTube channel or from someone else, that is okay, but as such question paper is not available.
Okay, okay. So
Yes,
the
ma'am.
next question is from Himanshu, and Himanshu would like to know: is CFSO post is by contract basis, or is it a permanent post by FSSI?
It is permanent, ma'am. The last recruitment was for permanent post. Before that, FSSA was recruiting on a contract basis. They have started recruiting since 2008. So there were people since 2008 on a contract basis. But this recruitment is of permanent kind.
Wow,
So,
that's so
so in
amazing.
future,
Yeah.
if any recruitment comes from FSSA end, that will be of permanent kind, not of contract basis.
Okay, okay, that's a very great news, good news for all of us, for all the food technologies. Another question, I'll move ahead with another question. You have shared a very interesting thing, and that will benefit all our MTech student, all our BTech third year, fourth year student. It will help to empower, it will help to build their career further, those who would like to have career especially in FSSAI. So that you told about that internship, so is FSSI advertising that requirement of entrance in newspaper, or will that be available on website, or as a faculty or as a coordinator from institute I can approach and write if they can take some of our student for internship? How is the procedure?
Yes, ma'am. For the internship, FSSA publishes on their website. If they publish in newspaper or not, I don't have idea of that. But they publish that advertisement on their website. Like in 2020, there was internship program in April month, so they have published that on their website. So if there is any publication of such kind, then student can approach, and as a faculty, teachers also can approach.
Yes,
So
yes, we
just
can spread the information more so that our students do apply, because FSSI will definitely advertise that, and through that advertisement only they will get number of application throughout the country, and maybe they have some shortlisting,
yes,
criteria. Yeah.
yes, ma'am. According to the seats available, they will shortlist students.
Okay. There is
Uh,
another question from Maruti, and he would like to know when will be the next recruitment for CFSO exam will happen.
okay.
CFSO.
Okay, so last recruitment which happened last year, the post, the number of posts sanctioned by the government, they have recruited only one third of that. So there are 66% post remaining to be fulfilled. So in a coming future, we can expect very soon next recruitment from FSSAI.
Wow. Wow. Another question is, this is again and again occurring question, and I can understand the anxiety of our student, and this through this effort we would like to, ease them and to make to add some comfort in their, confused life. So one more student would like to know that, recently that food safety officer examination. So whether this final year student can apply for FSO, eligible for FSO, any platform available for BTech Food Technology final year student for such exam.
Okay, in advertisement, they clearly mention that the particular date, for example, in the last recruitment, they have mentioned that 25th April is the last date. It means on that date, candidates should have their bachelor's degree with them. So if the students were in third year of BTech degree, then they must be completing their BTech on that particular date. In that case, they can apply.
Yes, the provisional degree certificates are provided. Like
Yes.
for example, in our institute, the Institute of Chemical Technology, when a few weeks back the advertisement for food analyst exam had come, so the students have now completed. In the next week, they will be out from institute and they will have their provisional degree in their hand. So that's
Yes, ma'am.
nice clarification. So another very interesting question. Thank you so much, Sunil. You have inspired our student, and I could see from your notes and the dedication through which you were sharing small details with our student with so much of honesty, and you have tried to give your best so that more and more student comes in FSS. And I saw how meticulously, how carefully you prepared your notes. So do you recommend that maybe it is not possible for all the students to prepare that kind of notes, maybe they are too busy, so are there any commercial courses which student can go for, because student likes to have so everything ready made, and it will then again make their life even more easier. So what is your comment on it?
Okay, ma'am. First, I will suggest to make own notes and not go for any commercial one, because as there is no any expert available in the market, because the recruitment is for first time. It has happened for the first time. So there was one I think there was one institute which provided ready-made notes, but I didn't approach for that. I prepared my own notes. So I would suggest students to prepare their own notes rather than going for any institutional notes. That will help them more.
Because
And
when
if
you prepare your own notes, you will also read through that things, right?
yes, yes, that's why. So if they prepare their own notes, they will understand each and everything in notes which are available commercially. What happens, they mention topics in a short manner, so there is no any kind of facility available to understand any particular concept. If they are not understanding the concept, then it is not any importance. Then in examination you must understand the concepts. That is most important.
Yeah, and you mentioned also in one of your slide that how sometimes the syllabus is very vast. It is not possible to complete everything and go into detail, but one need not go in detail if one is clear about the basics of the concept. When I say principle of food preservation, if the basic concept about drying, dehydration, or freezing, or
Yes,
sublimation
ma'am.
is clear, then any kind of basic question if comes related to that, I think it's very easy for student to qualify. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Joined as a central food safety officer, so Siddhant would like to know that what kind of responsibilities and role that you are playing as a central food safety officer.
Okay. I have joined authority in the last month only. So right now, as such, I don't have any assignment to me because our training is going on. Okay. In a coming future, I will be assigned duties which are of CFSO duties. Like in the Act, also it is mentioned that what will be the roles and functions of the CFSO, Central Food Safety Officer. The majority function or majority role of the CFSO is to maintain food safety in their given areas. Like they have to inspect each and every plant in their area. If there is any non-conformity found, they must give the improvement notice to that particular food business operator to improve. Then if in the case that food business operator doesn't comply to that notice as well, then a CFSO can take action against that BO food business operator. Then if food business operator is running business without license, in that case too CFSO can take action against them. It is the duty of CFSO. Then it is again it is duty of CFSO to inspect every vehicle, not every, but if he finds that any vehicle is not conforming with the or not complying with the act, then he can stop any vehicle of cold chain. He can inspect that vehicle. If any non-conformity found, he can take action against that too. So the basic thing or the basic idea regarding the roles of CFSO is to maintain food safety. They have got various powers in the act, like they can enter any premises, they can enter any food business operators industry, they can inspect as and when they think, and they can take samples from any food business operators industry. They can send that those samples to food analyst for testing. If food analysis report from food analyst comes that the food being sold in the market by FBO is of substandard or is not of kind which FSSAI wants. So in that case too, CFSO can take actions against them. So there are tremendous duties defined in the FSS Act. So you can read these if you want in details.
Wow, so nice. Your talk has been so inspiring and so motivating, Sunil. I am feeling so happy that our students are clear with their doubts and they are asking a lot of questions and they are also showering you with lots of flowers, lots of thank you messages, and they are really really also congratulating you for on your dedication, on your hard work, and everything. A few more questions, if you do not mind, because our students are with us.
Sure, ma'am. Sure, no problem.
Another 10 more minutes, I will take your time. You mentioned about
Sure, ma'am.
internship for students like BSc and BTech and MTech student are eligible. But what about BSc and MSc nutrition student um, or food science student? Are they also eligible for that internship?
You're asking about internship.
Yeah, that student internship is there, na, 6 months to 8 months
Okay,
that you
okay.
mentioned.
Okay, they are eligible, ma'am. BSc students or MSc students are eligible for internship.
Okay. And then the FSSI will give the clear notification also about whether they are eligible or not when the advertisement comes. Maybe
Yes, yes,
that time also we can clarify. And when is the
yes.
next CFSO recruitment 2021 expected to happen?
CFSO recruitment. Okay, so as such, I cannot assure about the recruitment in future, but we are expecting it very soon because there are vacancies available, and government have sanctioned those vacancies. So we can expect them soon,
Wow,
maybe in
that's
2022.
Okay, so students, all of you can be prepared. Recently, the advertisement for the examination, I'm sure many of you have already applied. So gear up, follow all the strategies, tips given by Sunil, and be prepared for it. Crack that FSSI exam. I'm sure with your hard work, efforts, and dedication, you will be able. Another question I would like to ask Sunil, you mentioned apart from the three posts or the three job opportunity, there were two more which were like very good posts, higher posts with a 9 years of experience or 7 years of experience. Is there any age limit for those posts which are like of a higher standard like joint director and others?
Yes, ma'am. There is age limit of 50 years. The
Wow.
candidates who is applying for those posts must not be more than 50 years of age.
Because I am so inspired and motivated by seeing your notes, seeing your strategies, seeing your tips. I feel like it may not be very difficult, and why not? Even if I have
Yes,
completed
ma'am.
permanent faculty, why not? I should also think about FSSI has such a beautiful, and I have
Yes, yes, ma'am.
and spoken with FSSI's people. They are so nice. FSSI, the entire family itself is like very nice. They are so kind, humble, very sweet spoken people. Until now, that is my experience with FSSI
Yes,
people.
yes, ma'am.
So
And
it's Yeah.
And FSSAI is the only regulating body that our country has. So there is a bright future in FSSAI.
And
So
being
I
a
must
food
suggest students
technologist, who should attend? Food technology should definitely go there.
definitely go for it.
Yes, it's our, I think it's our basic right because we have studied, we should study further, and it is very easy for us to crack those exams.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Another question, you mentioned that in the other state also these advertisement for recruitment happen. Like you gave an example of that Bihar government, recruitment. So,
Yes,
for
ma'am.
example, if I am from Maharashtra and I have qualified food analyst central exam or whichever exam, am I eligible still in that case also if the Bihar government has advertised that post? So am I still eligible to apply for those posts?
Oh, yes, ma'am. There is no bar of any state.
Okay.
Students from any state can appear for the examination, but the thing is, they must be fulfilling the minimum eligibility criteria. Like for food analysts, they must have food analyst certificate from FSSAI. So those students who are having that certificate can apply. It doesn't matter from which state they are coming. If there is recruitment in Maharashtra and students from Gujarat can apply if they are having that certificate. uh, but the thing is, in the case of state FSO, state food safety officers, there is more weightage given for the students from that particular state, because the syllabus is of that kind. For example, in MPSC or Maharashtra state, the syllabus for FSO demands knowledge from Maharashtra, like geography of Maharashtra is important or history of Maharashtra is important, like that. If the Andhra Pradesh government is recruiting state FSOs, then they will focus more on their particular state. So that is one thing. The students will have age on that. That particular students from that particular state will be having the additional age because the syllabus design is like that.
Yeah, amazing. Okay, Sunil. So we have already crossed more than 1 hour talking to you with such a nice, sharing your experience with our student. Even those small tips that you shared, like some of the important topics, how quickly with time constraint one can finish. All those small tips and strategies are so wonderful and so beautiful, and I'm sure our student will get benefited. So if at all suppose I would like to make a career in FSSI for any of these exams that you mentioned, 3 4 exam that I would like to appear, like how much time one should dedicate for its preparation, whether it is 3 months for a time, 6 months time, or 1 year, or it is like until you crack the exam. What would be the strategy, like how much time is generally needed and how much time you spend for preparation?
Okay. Speaking generally about time, I must say 6 month will be sufficient for the preparation of FSSA examination. But as different students need different time, so it is not a set criteria that you will be completing a whole syllabus in 6 months. Other students can take more time. Few students can take less time than 6 months as well. So it is up to students how they are following their strategy and how they are dedicated. So in general, I can say the 6 months are sufficient.
Wow, and 6 months are sufficient, and also I think the syllabus compared to other entrance exam is not so vast because it is focusing on food technology, and
Yes, ma'am.
it's the only exam for food technologies, like which is fully with food related syllabus. I think with the proper strategies and tips, it is definitely possible for us to
Yes,
qualify.
yes, definitely possible, ma'am.
Yeah,
Just the thing
so
is, you have to dedicated towards the examination.
wow, that is so amazing, Sunil. I'm really grateful and thankful to you, our audiences, all the students. On behalf of everyone, I would like to thank you so much for sparing your time and honestly sharing all the experiences and the things that tips and strategies that you followed and how that helped you to reach to this success. So thank you so much for sharing everything with our student, and I look forward for your future mentoring and help to our student so that they are able to build their career, and also some of them will definitely enter into FSSI following your strategies and tips. So thank you so much, Sunil, and thank you so much,
Yes.
audiences, asking wonderful questions.
Thank, thank you so much for inviting me, ma'am. I must be thankful to Dr. Salini, ma'am, and ICT Mumbai. The ICT Mumbai is my first love, so I thank ICT, and I thank you, ma'am, for inviting me, and I thank all the participants here. And all the best to all of you. Stay safe, stay healthy, take care of your family and yourself as well.
Thank you,
And I
everyone.
will be available in the future as well.
Yes, definitely, Sunil. We will take your help for empowering our student for their help, because achieving success is not enough. Reaching to the highest point is not enough until and unless we share our experiences, until and unless we share our knowledge. It is not, the way of the real life or truth toward the life.
Yes, ma'am.
So thank you so much, and see you everyone on next Saturday on such career empowering and career building webinar series on next Saturday. Stay
Okay.
safe, take